verse 20 says, he began to proclaim, to share how much Jesus had done for him. Don't forget what Jesus has done for you. In all of our challenges in life and where we would find ourselves in, don't forget what he has done for you and I. Don't forget that. Even if we're not where we want to be or things hasn't worked out the way we thought, but never forget your testimony, because that's the power the church has been given to overcome, isn't it? With the blood of the Lamb, with the word of our testimony. What begins in a graveyard here ends in a mission field, thank God. And he begins to testify of the gospel. And a changed life was one of the most powerful proofs of the gospel. This once demonized man was telling 10 Gentile cities what Jesus had done for him. And what that tells me is no matter what we think, God is always in the midst speaking. No matter how dire, no matter how, whatever the timing is, God's there. And I want to say this to you. Your scars, and you have some, we all have them, and your history, we all have that, and your healing are tools in the hands of Christ. They're not liabilities. They're not something we need to go, oh. It's actually the very thing that God has given us as our testimony. I can't testify where some of you have been, but I can certainly testify where I have been. And anybody I find in the same gutter I come out, I can say, listen, friend, you don't have to stay there. I know one who can lift you up. Use your scars, your history, and your healing for the work of the gospel. This man went from being a graveyard screecher to a gospel preacher. Come on, church. That is mighty. Isn't it? Oh, come on, give him the glory. A graveyard screecher to a gospel preacher. That just does me good, because that's who I was. Dead man talking. I made a lot of noise, you know. A lot of noise. Didn't know what I was talking about. Consider Moses now. Moses was a murderer in exile. He went on to become a deliverer of God's people and a prophet of God's people. What about Rahab? She's some girl, a wee prostitute in Canaanites. Went on to be an ancestor of Christ through her loins, through her bloodline. The Savior would come. Don't let your past rob you of what Christ has called you to be. What about Saul, a persecutor to become apostle of the nations? What about the woman in the well, lost in sin and empty, now overflowing a new life? Then there's this man, demonic possessed, Screecher, now turned gospel preacher. Church, our past is not something that we should be ashamed of. We shouldn't rejoice in it, but let us not hide from it, because that's the place where many people are still today lost in their sin.